In 1984, a strange wildlife trade began between Canada and the United States. Ontario wanted to bring back a bird that had vanished from its forests 75 years earlier, the eastern wild turkey. But instead of paying money, the province traded animals. Missouri received river otters, Michigan got moose, and New York accepted gray partridge in exchange for wild turkeys. What started with only 27 birds released into the snowy forests of southern Ontario would eventually grow into one of North America's most successful wildlife restoration projects. The eastern wild turkey had once been common across Ontario's mature hardwood forests. Archaeological evidence shows the species existed there as early as 900 AD. But during the late 1800s and early 1900s, massive deforestation and uncontrolled hunting wiped the bird out completely. The last confirmed wild turkey in Ontario was recorded in 1909. For the next 75 years, the forests existed without one of their most important ground foraging animals. Ontario's first attempt at restoring turkeys failed badly. Wildlife officials initially released pen-raised birds bred in captivity. These turkeys lacked the instincts needed to survive in the wild. Many could not properly find food or avoid predators and died quickly after release. Biologists realized that wild turkeys could not simply be manufactured in captivity. To rebuild the population, they needed truly wild birds. Beginning in 1983, Ontario changed strategies. Wild turkeys were trapped from healthy American populations and transported north. The first release occurred in March 1984 at Bacchus Woods, where 27 birds from Missouri entered Ontario's forests. Over the next 3 years, another 247 birds arrived from 6 different American states, bringing the total to 274 released turkeys. The results shocked wildlife managers. The birds adapted quickly, survived harsh winters, and reproduced at a much faster rate than expected. By the late 1980s, Ontario had started trapping its own growing turkey populations and relocating them to new areas. Over 2 decades, roughly 4,400 wild turkeys were transferred to 275 locations across the province. By 2007, the population exceeded 70,000 birds. Turkeys expanded not only into their historic range, but even farther north, into areas where no records had ever documented them before. What made the restoration especially important was not just the number of birds, but their ecological role. Wild turkeys constantly scratch through leaf litter searching for food. Their powerful feet overturn soil, expose buried seeds, and disturb compacted forest floors. Researchers discovered that this scratching helps create conditions for seed germination, particularly for tree species like oaks. Turkeys also feed on insects, beetles, grubs, and acorns, helping cycle nutrients through the ecosystem. However, not every popular claim about turkeys proved true. Many people believed turkeys significantly reduced tick populations and helped prevent Lyme disease. But scientific studies, including research by Ostfeld and Lewis in 1999, found little evidence supporting this idea. Turkeys do eat insects, but they are not major tick predators and can even carry ticks themselves. Today, the wild turkey has become both a conservation success and a challenge. In rural Ontario, the species is widely celebrated and supports hunting seasons. Yet in suburban neighborhoods, growing turkey populations sometimes create conflicts by damaging gardens or intimidating people during breeding season. Still, the return of the turkey represents something larger, the restoration of a species that once shaped Ontario's forests for thousands of years.